What is going on, everybody, and welcome to another Minecraft command block tutorial video. Today is another I Code Your Ideas. People were asking me to create like a visual breath inside of cold with maybe some cold features and a little shaking. I made this for first person. It does work in third person, but I'm using a zombie skin, so it kind of looks funny, but it still does work. So you'll see that, I have breath coming out. I'll shake a little bit, which I thought, you could change the animation. This one's kind of like cool just because of the hand feature in first person. It kind of looks like you're kind of moving your arms while you're in first person, which is neat. Also, you have slowness, and you're in the snow layer biome, so it doesn't matter if you're flying around or whatever. It's still going to be effective because you're in this snow layer type of biome. Now, if you don't have any snow layer below you, you will get rid of the effect, so you're no longer in the cold section. So if you're straight in the middle, because this is how we're going to be detecting it, this will no longer work. But if you get close to snow, you start getting cold, you'll see your breath, and pretty much, yeah, that's how that will work here. So the first things first, I did not make this multiplayer, but it's easy to make it multiplayer. I just did this so that I could make the video tutorial for you guys. But making it multiplayer is super easy. All you have to do is just add the scores with an execute. That's all you have to do if you want this to be a multiplayer feature. So first things first, you do need to create 2 scoreboard objectives. So you'll just do scoreboard objectives. You're just going to add and then frost, and then I have in snow, and you're just going to do dummy after that. Add both of those or change it to whatever you want. In snow is basically saying if you're in the snow layer. Frost is saying how much frost you have before an effect happens. If you guys are familiar with one of my older videos, I did a what if inside of Minecraft Bedrock Edition, and it had this little chain loop here, and it's using blocks to detect when if this block is successful, it will run this. If this repeating command block is not successful, it will then run from here this way. So that is how I'm doing the slowness and all these effects from when I'm in the snow and not in the snow, and without having to stand on it, because we're just going to use this what if feature. If I'm near snow, then I have the effects. If I'm not near snow, I don't have the effects. So the first one here will be executing. You can put executing at all. Like I said, guys, some of these commands they're for single player, so I just made it to where I'm in the game and I can make the tutorial for you guys. So this is just going to execute, and you can do it all feel, and then we're just going to we're feeling between 60 and 90. So this is like on the y-axis within a square like so. From 60 to 90 up, this is what we're looking for. If you're straight in the middle, this is what we're looking for, and that's what this block does. And it's just going to be looking for snow layer. So it's going to fill double plant 10, replace snow layer. Double plant 10 is pretty much invisible, so you don't have to worry about that. So you won't see the snow layer being removed and placed back. The same thing, which you could use any block if you want, guys. So this one, you'll just do execute it all. You'll do the fill 60 to 90 snow layer, 0 replace double plant 10. It's just reversing it, and that is how that is. This is a chain conditional always active. This is a repeating unconditional always active. The next one here will be scoreboard players set at P in snow 1. Now, because this is looking for snow, what you can do to make this multiplayer, guys, is just take the execute, and you can just look for the snow, and add it to the player that's in there. It's going to set them to snow 1. If they have it in snow 1, then it's just going to start all these other effects. And then once that happens, you will set a stone block right beside this chain conditional always active block right here. And if it has stone, then that's the end of it. But if it doesn't, it's going to look for air. So if it doesn't place stone, it will then say this is false, and then it won't run those. So this one's going to test for air, and then it's going to set air. These are both unconditional, by the way. Always active, so these are always going to play, so you never see the stone block getting placed. You'll never see it, which is what you want, so you don't have to be annoyed with all that. And then this is empty, and then this is starting the if not in the snow layer biome, we'll run these. And this one is basically looking for scores of frost between 1 and 1,000, and it's going to set it to 0. So when you get into the snow, you start getting those over there. We'll start adding frost like so. Let me just do scoreboard objectives, set display sidebar, and we're gonna do frost so you could see. As you guys can see it going up. When we get out, it goes to 0. That's what this does. And then we're gonna do scoreboard objectives, set display sidebar, in snow. If we're in snow, we have in snow 1. And if we leave, we have 0. That's all these are gonna be doing. And then this is exactly that scoreboard player set at P snow 0, in snow 0. And then this one is doing the effect. We're clearing it, so this was going to affect anybody that has an in snow 0, slowness 1, but this is going to be a condition always active, so it must go through that way. These could be made into multiplayer friendly, guys. I did not make it multiplayer friendly, but this is, you could make a similar effect. It's not that hard to make these into multiplayer. This is just an example for people who wanted me to do a code your idea. Now these are the effects, so we can have footprints, we can shake if you want it, breath, and slowness for when in the cold. And then these are the two main that don't involve those, but interact with these separately. So this was going to look for any player that has a frost between 100 and whatever limit you want it to be. You could change these so that it'll fit your time inside of the cold. And this is just going to reset frost. So it's never going to go past 100, it's always going to go between 0 and 100. And then this one is basically going to look for anybody that has an in snow and add frost 1 to them. To make it multiplayer, the reason I use 2 scoreboard objectives is so you can counteract with frost and in snow between these lines and these to make it multiplayer if that's something you want. Now this one is adding slowness, so anybody that has an effect of, or this one is going to add the effect slowness to anybody that has an in snow 1 score. So if I have an in snow score of 1, I get the effect. As soon as I leave, that's going to kick in, turn it back to 0, it's going to clear the effect. Breath here, I use the elephant toothpaste vapor particle. You can change on which side of the screen you want with these look particles, or the look command here. So we're going to look for anybody that has a frost of 99, and then we're going to set the evaporating for the breath on the side of the screen, which is pretty neat. So if I do scoreboard objective, set display sidebar, frost, you could see that at 99 we will have on the right side of the screen kind of like a breath. Like I said, you can move it to whichever side of the screen you wish to move it to, or however you wish to do that with. So for example, let's just move the negative out and move it to the left side of the screen instead of the right side of the screen. And then when this hits 99, it'll be on the left side of the screen like so, rather than the right side of the screen. If you want it more in the middle, you could do it more in the middle. That is really up to you, however you want to, put the breath on the screen. Like I said, I made this for first person, so it's totally up to you guys, however you want to do it. The shake is playing the animation for the celebrate hunt for the piglin. We're just doing it at 1, so it's just playing a really quick animation, which, like I said, I did it for first person, so I wanted it to be for the hands. So I wanted the hands to kind of move like as if you're cold. That's really it, like you're kind of turning them or so. That's all that is. You could change and play around with some of the animation if you want. That is up to you. Another one is the fox wiggle or the zombie bare hands attack animation, which kind of moves the hands in and out. That's really up to you. It's, whatever you like, if you even want that. Now the footsteps, I'm going to go ahead and always activate these. Always active. There we go. So this one is going to summon a leash knot, and this one's going to kill the leash knot. So if you want footsteps, like so, that is how that works. It would look like there is footprints inside of the snow, and then when you leave, just like that, and they'll disappear on their own. The only thing is this needs to be at a 10 delay tick, so it looks like you're actually walking with the slowness effect and everything. This one does not. It does not have a delay. None of the other ones have a delay, but that is pretty much it for this I Code Your Idea episode 2. Next time I'll make it multiplayer. No one really specified if they did want multiplayer or not, how they were going to use it. It was just a proof of concept kind of thing. So that's kind of how I did it for this video. If you guys enjoyed, hit the like button, subscribe, and comment down below if you want me to code your idea, whether add-on or command block, and just tell me whether you want it to be a command block or add-on, because if not, I'll just kind of pick one or the other, whichever I feel is more appropriate, I guess. So if it's easier to do it with commands, I'll do it with commands. If it's not, then I'll add the add-on feature. But that's pretty much it for the video, guys. I'll see you in the next one. I'm dakonblackrose. I'm out. Bye.